welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, welcome. We're the Garza twins. I'm Carly.
And I'm Britta.
And we would love it if you like this video, if you would subscribe before you leave. Today we're going to be going through all of our Sephora Holiday Bonus Sale recommendations, formerly known as the VIB sale.
The Sephora Sale recommendations.
The Sephora Sale that they do a couple times a year. This is the holiday version, so let's get into it. So just like for background, what we look for when we go and purchase during the Sephora sale is usually to replenish items that we use a lot, or buy more expensive items that we wouldn't normally buy without the extra discount, and then possibly some new items
or seasonal items like limited edition
or limited edition,
which
we actually haven't bought any of the Sephora holiday kits yet this year, so we can't speak on those, but obviously this would be the absolute best time to buy them. Yeah, so that's how we look at the sale. I think that's how most people look at the sale, but just wanted to be clear on that before we start. And we believe these dates are correct, but if not, we're going to leave that information down below. So the sale starts for VIB ROUGE members it goes from November 1st through the 11th, and they save 20% using code Holiday Save. The VIB members, it's either the 1st through the 11th or the 7th through the 11th. We're not exactly sure. Same code, and they save 15%. And then insiders can use their 10% discount from November 7th to the 11th with the code Holiday Save. Okay, so one thing that I replenish always is sunscreen, and I do kind of jump around, but I have transferred to using only mineral sunscreens just because my skin has become so sensitive and they don't wear, so chemical sunscreens can start wearing off your skin as soon as you apply them. Well, mineral is like a physical sunscreen, so it lasts all day essentially. So I just want to be the most covered, so that's another reason I prefer mineral. And I've been loving, I've spoken about this before, but the Kula Mineral Sun Silk Cream. It's oil-free, anti-pollution, UVA, UVB, IR, HEV, broad spectrum, SPF 30. It's 70% organic. It's vegan, cruelty-free, gluten-free. It has 15% zinc oxide.
Oh, that's what like healed my skin.
Oh, really? Oh. It says it lasts for 18 months, which I feel like is a long time for SPF. And although I don't go through this super quickly, it is kind of pricey for 1.5 ounces, but I do really love it, so I highly recommend it. And this is something you would definitely want to purchase during the sale when you can save a little bit of money on it. And because I consider this a replenish item because you always need sunscreen in your skincare. Okay, like I said, we like to look for new items as well, and this is a new item that if you haven't tried, I would highly recommend. It's the Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation. It's oil-free, has broad spectrum 30 sunscreen, which is amazing for a foundation. I talked about this in our monthly favorites if that video goes up first, but I'm just so impressed with this foundation. I never get excited about foundations, but this one goes on so like airbrushed, like my skin immediately looks like it has a filter on it. It's just insane. I don't know how it works, but after about like 10 minutes, it definitely like blends in with my skin and just looks like my skin. I'm wearing it right now. It's just my new favorite foundation. The shade selection is so good. I find it so hard to find a true neutral undertone. We have very neutral undertones, and it's just so hard to find. And this is the shade 260 Cashmere, which is in the middle. So I would definitely say this runs a bit lighter in shade range, but it's a great range. I think you could easily find your shade. Just a beautiful, beautiful skin-like, but like pretty medium to full coverage, beautiful foundation. I'm so obsessed, and I think anyone could wear this. Oily skin, dry skin, anyone.
I'm gonna pick it up during the sale for sure.
Okay, another thing, I know we spoke about Olaplex number 3 in our last video, but we just want to mention Olaplex in general. Anything from them we love and recommend.
Besides the number 4.
We've never tried that, and
we heard bad things.
Yeah, it's the like creme constant, what is it called?
It's like a leave-in conditioner, I think.
Don't try that, but the shampoo, conditioner, oil, the number 3, the treatment, all of it's amazing. This is the conditioner. As you can see, I store it up. That's one thing I don't like, this packaging. I love how it looks, but if you just store it like this, I can never get it out. So I always have to store it in my shower like this, and you can see how thick it is because it just stayed like that.
I think it's a very recyclable plastic.
No,
though.
it is. Yeah. So that is great. Yeah, we love a good recycling situation. Definitely. And even though this is only 8.5 ounces, it does last a long time because a little goes a long way. This is like holy grail for us. And it's not super expensive, but it is expensive for how much product you get. So definitely like replenish this during this sale, stock up.
The shampoo, conditioner, the oil, and the treatment. All amazing.
Okay, I want to briefly touch on my two favorite, well, I think they're my two favorite overall. Yeah, definitely my two favorite blush formulas. They're both available at Sephora, so I think these would be a great time to pick them up because they're both expensive. I'll talk about Surratt first. This specific shade that you guys know I rave about, it's La Rose du Soleil, is not available on Sephora. Sephora has about 10 shades. Beauty Wish has, I think, like 20, like twice as much, and that's where I got this. But they don't have the sale. So if you find a shade you like on Sephora, I just love the Surratt formula so much. It's my favorite formula. And all the shades are really beautiful. Like, they are stunning. So I don't think you can go wrong, but if you were looking for the shade that I always talk about, they don't have it. But I might pick another one up during the sale because I love the formula so much. And they're about $32, so pretty pricey, especially for the size. But the sale will definitely help make that like a little less painful. And then next is the Charlotte Tilbury blushes. I only have one of these as well. This is the shade Pillow Talk, but this is my go-to glowy blush whenever I just want like a beautiful glow on my cheeks and I don't even need to wear a highlighter, but it just gives a diffused, beautiful sheen and look. I've reached for this blush. If you didn't know about the Swirl and Pop blushes from Charlotte, it's like the blush is on the outside and then the highlight is on the inside, so you're supposed to like swirl around and then pop in the center and then apply. I just mix it all around, but it creates a beautiful color, and it's just so nice. And Pillow Talk, I think, is the best shade in the line, but I know there's some other shades that are really popular, so just look and see what they have. Again, this is over $30. I think it might be more than the Surratt. I think it's like $34 or $36, so highly recommend picking it up during the sale. And this is one of the first sales that Charlotte Tilbury is available on Sephora.
Oh yeah.
I think maybe the last one they were, but they weren't all last year, so it's a great time to pick up any Charlotte Tilbury product, really. Okay, next I have a face product. This is the Lawless Lucid Skin Highlight in the shade Afternoon Delight. I believe she just has one shade still right now. I'm sure she's expanding. Maybe there are two. Might just be one. This is, I believe, $38, so it's pretty pricey for a highlighter, but I'm wearing it today. I love the look of this highlighter, and when I first got it, I believe I included it in a weekly favorites or maybe even a monthly, but I didn't realize how much I loved it until like I would use other things. I'm like, oh, that Lucid Skin highlighter is just so nice. It just looks really natural as far as a highlighter goes, and it's the perfect like gold champagne. I usually can't wear gold highlighters because my skin tone is too light, but this is just like the most gorgeous, unique highlighting shade that I have ever used. And it's like her eyeshadows, when there's not like any kickback when you put your brush in there. I don't know how this formula is made. I know it's probably a really hard press, but it's just really interesting that there's like no powder kickback in any of her powder products that I've tried. But when you put it on the skin, if you have to use like a synthetic brush, and then you put it on the skin, and it just gives like the cheeks the nicest glow. And you do get a lot of product in here. There is, let's see, 13.5 grams, which is a huge highlighter, right?
That's really big.
Yeah, so I will never go through this all, but I do understand why it's priced that way because you do get so much product, and there's a nice mirror in here. It's a magnetic closure. It's a very like substantial package. But again, it's pricey for a highlighter, but I personally couldn't live without this, so I highly recommend it. Okay, let's just keep rolling with the pricey stuff. I love Hourglass. I honestly think it's a great time to buy anything from them. But my favorite, well, it's hard to say my favorite product, but the thing I think is the most universal from Hourglass is their bronzers. I think that there's like 6 shades now, so there's a shade for everyone, and they're just beautiful. I dropped mine, so I'm trying to not turn it upside down. I dropped mine recently and the whole corner came off, but that's okay because look at this fill. I mean, I've had this for like 3 years now, and it barely looks like I made a dent, and I use it all the time. This is the shade Luminous Bronze Light. It's definitely very warm. I'm not wearing it today, but I've been wearing it in all of our recent videos actually. It's very warm. It's very luminous. I wouldn't say it's sparkly, but there is a sheen. Like, you probably don't even need highlighter if you wear this bronzer. I love the warmth. It looks like summertime every time I wear it, like even in the winter. It's a bit dark for my skin, so I might pick up Nude Bronze Light during the sale, which is a bit lighter and more neutral toned.
But their bronzers are just beautiful. They're talc free, so if you're like Britta and you have a talc allergy, I would recommend them. And I just think out of all the Hourglass products, they're something that everyone would love. So definitely look into picking these up if you're in the market for a new bronzer.
Okay, another product that I always have to have in my possession, so I would consider this a replenish item, is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. And I spoke about this and how I got this flavor, the mint chocolate, on the website Yes Style, which was a Dev's Day recommendation, but it is now sold out on that website, so I highly recommend picking this up during the Sephora sale because I believe this is limited edition, this scent, right?
Yes, and the candy scent.
And the candy one. And this one, honestly, to me, it doesn't smell like chocolate at all. It's just minty.
Yeah, I don't know which one to get. I think I'm going to get a full-size vanilla because I'm almost
I do love the vanilla. I will say, I think the vanilla, I don't know. I think they're tied. I think I like the mint and the vanilla the same, but this one just isn't chocolatey. It's just minty, but I do really like mint smelling lip products. But this is like a must-have. It's just the best lip mask. It's just like the perfect to put on at night. You wake up and your lips do feel moisturized and revived, and it's just something we always have to have. And it is kind of pricey for a lip mask, so highly recommend getting it during the sale.
Out of all the luxury lipsticks in the world, I think these are my favorite. They're the Pat McGrath lipsticks. I have both formulas. This is the Luxe Trance formula, which the shade is my all-time favorite. You guys know this. I've talked about it a million times. It's a little run beat down, but it's La Beja. I love the shade. It's like a beautiful peach brown. It's amazing. And then this, my coworker gifted to me last year for Christmas. It was in their holiday packaging, which was the pink packaging. Very, very cute. And I believe this shade is in their permanent line, but it's the Matte Trance formula in Forbidden Love. I much prefer the Matte Trance formula. I think that it makes your lips look like diffused and just stunning. A lot of people like the Luxe Trance more, but I don't know if I'm just different, but the Matte Trance just looks so matte, but it's so comfortable and long wearing, and I just think these lipsticks are so worth it in my opinion. Even just so I keep these out so I can look at them because like look at this packaging. It's the cutest thing. If you haven't tried a Pat lipstick, there's so many shades. So there's definitely something for anyone. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm probably going to pick up the shade I've been wanting. It's called Fever Dream for a long time during the sale this year.
Her names are so cute.
I know, really cute.
This is a product that I wouldn't consider a must-have. Like, of course you don't need this in your collection, but I've been really enjoying it, and it is a little bit pricey for what it is, so I wanted to mention it in this video.
These are all pricey items. I mean, like everything we're talking about is expensive.
I guess it's Sephora, right? Yeah. So this is the Ilia True Skin Radiant Priming Serum, firming and soothing aloe infused, and if you guys remember, I spoke about that little Clean Beauty Sephora Favorites kit that I got for like $15, which by the way, that's still available and you can save even more. Definitely pick that up. I'll try to remember to link it down below, but it had a few Ilia products. It had the Lawless. Well, I bought it because I want to try the Lawless Seal the Deal powder, which I do really enjoy. Anyways, that kit was amazing, and it came with a little trial size of this, and I've been using it non-stop, and usually like a priming serum, I'm like, that's so gimmicky, and I understand it sounds gimmicky, and it could very well be, but this has mica in it, so it definitely gives your skin a glowy appearance. So if you're like me, sometimes I don't like to put, like I put moisturizer on and then I don't want to go in with like a glowy lotion on top of that. Like it just feels very heavy. So the reason I like this is because it is a serum. It's a liquid consistency. You just need a little bit and it still gives your skin that glowy appearance. And I mean, I'll link it down below so you can read more about it, but it says that it's supposed to leave your skin matte during the day, and because I do tend to wear like glowier products, sometimes my skin can look greasy, which I actually like that look. I like when my skin looks like healthy. But I like that this can be used for any skin type, because if you do have oily skin, like they claim that this will help mattify your base. But it also gives you that little hint of glow. So I feel like that's the best of both worlds. It feels really nice, and when you're first putting it on and rubbing it in, it is a bit sticky. So I like to apply my foundation immediately after so that it kind of helps grip onto my foundation. Of course, the stickiness dissipates if you were to wait before going in with your foundation, but I like the sticky aspect because I do feel like it's supposed to, you know, primers are supposed to help the longevity of your makeup. I'm wearing it today. I know you can't tell because it's under my makeup, but I've been wearing this every day. I still am on the little trial size, but Ilia actually just sent us some of their products and this was in there. And I was going to purchase the full size because I liked it so much. So that was just like such a blessing because I was going to buy it anyways. But even the little size has lasted me such a long time. I don't even know if you guys can see. I'm going to try to show you the consistency. Like, it's very liquidy. It kind of has the texture of a hyaluronic acid serum, if you're familiar with that.
I have one brush favorite, and it's a Sephora brush, so of course I'm going to talk about it during this because you can only get it at Sephora. It is the Pro Featherweight Complexion Brush number 90. I've talked about this so many times I don't need to harp on it, but I use it with my foundation today. I just like dab it on, blend it out. It's a quick situation. My face has never looked more airbrushed. I haven't applied my foundation with a sponge in months since I got this. That's all I really need to say. It's an amazing brush. I think everyone should own it. Truly, truly the best.
Okay, another replenish item is the Pharmacy Very Cherry Clean and Makeup Multi Cleansing Balm. The cherry one is limited edition, but we had been using their original, which has a lime scent to it. And I always use either cleansing balm or cleansing oil to like pre-cleanse before I use a cleanser. So I just consider this kind of a necessity at this point. And Pharmacy was kind enough to send us this, but if I had smelled this in the store, there's no way I could have left without it.
I know.
Because it smells like cherry candy in the best way. It smells so amazing, but there's like a hint of vanilla. It smells so good, and it just makes the experience all the more luxe. Like, of course, if you're putting a balm on your face and it doesn't have a scent, I feel like it could feel like you're putting like Vaseline on your face, and then that's not really an experience.
This formula is really nice though.
It is. It's so nice. It removes all my eye makeup. A little goes a long way. It does turn into an oil. I like that some balms that I've used turn into an oil like almost on impact, and this one's not like that. Like, I can put it on my fingers and it really turns into an oil as I'm rubbing it on my skin, so it's not messy at all.
Feels very nourishing though.
Feels very nourishing. It rinses off really nicely. Can't say enough good things. I truly love this formula. But the cherry one, like, I might buy backup because I don't know that I can live without this at this point. And like, now I'm also excited to see what other scents they come out with.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even think about that if they were going to do that.
I mean, I don't know why they did the cherry out of nowhere, but I'm obsessed.
True.
And if you're like us and you like to double cleanse, highly recommend this product.
Okay, another thing you can only buy at Sephora, right? This brand is only at Sephora. Definitely.
Yes.
I mean, definitely.
Yes.
It's the Kaja brand, so I just want to talk about this because you can only get it at Sephora. It's the Kaja eyeshadow trios. There's these little stacks. I talked about this before. This one specifically, if you are going to start anywhere, I would start with this Chocolate Dahlia. It has 2 matte shades, so a deep brown matte on the bottom, a neutral toned brown matte in the middle, and then a champagne glitter shade on top. I love the ones that have 2 mattes and a glitter, but they also have ones that have 3 shimmers. But I'm going to pick up another one of the matte stacks during the sale because I think that they're incredible quality. I always travel with these, so I just throw it in my bag. I don't need anything else. And the shadows have mica in them, so they have a little bit of a sheen, and it just looks beautiful on the eyes, like incredible. So really recommend these. I think they're really cheap already, and then with the sale, it's just like an extra bonus.
Last but not least is a candle favorite. You guys know we're the candle queens, and of course we'd love you to purchase from Dyad, but we have other favorite candle brands too that we love. One of them being Nest, specifically the Nest Holiday Scent.
This is the one from, I actually bought this, it was still on Sephora like a couple months ago.
So yeah, I thought we had more lying around the house because we always have to have one of these. Because we go to the Candle Delirium here in Los Angeles. They always have the Nest holiday candles stocked any time of year if you live in LA. Quick hack. But this is such a good scent. It smells like, oh my god, I just love it so much.
I know.
And honestly, like, I love that we can support other candle brands because I think this is such a unique scent, and it's not very on brand for Dyad, I would say.
I think it is. I just think we have too many wood scents in our
Okay, I guess that's true. We could
assortment.
never, I feel like, I mean,
It's so good.
It's aspire to have a scent as good as this, honestly.
Somehow it smells like snow. You know what I mean? Like when it's this holiday candle, to me this literally smells like snow. Like falling down on an outside crackling fire with some sort of holly berries just around, like growing around there.
It's just truly the best. And they also relieved an orange clove, I believe, scent this year. So basically what I'm trying to get at for you guys buying the Nest holiday candle, they released a votive collection.
We're going to get the votive collection.
We're
but
gonna
they
get the
also
votive.
have the full size.
They have the full size.
This size, which is 16.
Yeah, the full size is like the $40 one. It's similar to like our candle size.
Then there's the duo.
The duo, the pine, birchwood pine, and this.
Yeah.
But because we want to try their new one, we're definitely going to get the trio. And then I believe I'm definitely going to get a full size of the...
Yeah.
because I just love it so much. And at the Delirium, they mark them up quite a bit.
They do.
Remember?
But
we were like,
no, support small business.
yeah, of course. So we're definitely going to stock up on these because it's truly the best holiday scent you've ever smelled in your life. We should try to describe it for the people because I feel like we're doing an awful job.
And full disclosure, we're not launching a holiday scent for Diet.
No,
so if you thought we were, we aren't. We don't have time in this year. So instead, purchase.
But we are working on a really exciting project.
We are. But instead, definitely get the Nest holiday candle if you're looking for a special holiday candle.
I'm going to try to describe it. Actually, do you have your phone? Can you just pull it up while I try to describe it? I definitely smell cloves, orange, some sort of wood, maybe pine. What is like the... Oh, God, I love it so much. It's intoxicating, you guys. Okay, so Nest is describing it as the aroma of sparkling holiday season. Sparkling holiday season is created by blending pomegranate, mandarin orange. I definitely smell the orange. Pine, cloves, and cinnamon with a hint of vanilla and amber. I smell it all.
No,
I don't smell the pomegranate.
I don't even smell pine. I smell a different type of wood in there.
I guess I don't really smell the pine either, but I definitely smell...
I smell the pomegranate because I
orange.
thought it was hollyberry, but it's pomegranate.
I smell the orange, the cloves, cinnamon, vanilla, and maybe a little bit of amber. What is this set? Oh, a little... That's cute.
That is
They have
cute.
a little diffuser set. There is also on Sephora, we've spoken about this for way too long, but they also sell a candle and diffuser set. We haven't purchased any of the Nest diffusers, but I know Casey Holmes raves about them, so I'm very curious about those. Thank you guys so much for watching our recommendations video. Let us know if you pick up any of these things and let us know your recommendations. We don't know when we're posting this video. Obviously, it'll be during...
We should post it before the 1st.
It'll be during the sale, at the very least.
Yeah.
So if the sale's going on, please let us know what you guys recommend we buy as well.